Alejandro,
Yes, sir.
what have you done during this pandemic?
Well, I have to tell you, the pandemic came just such a huge shock
Right? For everybody.
for everybody, and the chess world was affected in many ways. I have to say, some positive and some negative. Of course, as soon as the pandemic hit, everything was canceled.
Right.
We had all these plans. The US Championship was about to come up in 2020. We had a lot of team tournaments going on.
It was the Pan American National Championship. Pan Am's are April, right?
Actually, Pan Ams are in December, and we qualified for the final for the national championship.
That's what I meant, the National Championship.
For the
sorry.
universities. And St. Louis University was, of course, qualified, ready to compete with the best here. And suddenly, we just didn't have the ability to travel. All
Canceled.
gone, all canceled. Well, that was a tough blow. But luckily for us, in our sport, we were able to move it online.
Okay, very nice.
Oof. We weren't able to manage to make the Final Four online, so that was canceled as well. But slowly, we started getting more tournaments. And I'm happy to say that Missouri has 2 world champions. Not only did St. Louis University win the World University Blitz Championship, but Missouri University, headed by Christian Kirilla, they won the rapid section.
Congratulations. So you guys ended up being world champions.
Right, a tournament.
That's so cool.
A tournament that had never been hosted before because of the pandemic. FIDE was, well, we can host it online. That makes it kind of easy.
Nice.
Very nice.
The St. Louis University, your foreign students, they must have been terribly impacted in all kinds of ways.
They had a tough decision to make. Of course,
Okay.
there were lockdowns around the world, and some of them were unable to travel to America.
Okay.
They weren't able to attend classes in person. Everything was moved online. They had a tough decision to make. Do you want to take online classes from here, or do you want to do it from your home country? And some of them were just unable to travel at all, even if they'd had the desire to come to America. We had visa issues, we had closed borders. It was just difficult for them. And I have to say, it was a very tough first semester there with the pandemic. And slowly everything was moved online. We were able to get Zoom meetings. We were able to move all of our classes online. I met with everybody through Skype or Zoom. And
Then you had
life
some
resumed.
Then you had some students that may have been trapped on campus, like they can't necessarily go home or can't necessarily return to their home countries, so they had to stay in the dorms, and
Right, we
that
had
wasn't too pleasant either, right?
No, we had quarantine periods. A couple of my students actually,
Yeah.
they had to quarantine at an hotel for 14 days without leaving the room.
Oh dear, that's
Just to come
awful.
to university, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was very hard. But things are easing up a little bit. We do have tournaments now, which is, it's a big plus.
Right.
A lot of my students, they were norm hunting.
Okay.
They were trying to get that elusive Grandmaster title. They had a whole schedule planned. I'm gonna get my first norm here, my second norm there.
And my next crack is going to be there. That's all snatched away. It's
all
gone.
snatched away, and they had to just be patient and keep their skills sharp by playing online because, well, there were certainly no norm tournaments, right?
Right.
So a lot of them, they said, I have to wait. I'm gonna make myself an online specialist for now, but it's just not the same.
Exactly. Online, unlike over the board, I can play you a 4-hour game.
Oh, of
it's
course.
gonna have, and it's gonna be a cool game, and I'm gonna learn a lot. I am not going to play you a 4-hour game online. I may play you 41-minute games online, but somehow online chess is not conducive to classical chess. It's more blitz. It's the arena for blitz and rapid.
And I think I get this asked a lot, especially by amateurs, like, why don't Grandmasters play classical chess online?
Why don't they?
It's boring. It's just straight up boring. I mean, if you have a tournament and you're playing for something, of course, you add to the mix. And we had several classical tournaments online during the pandemic, but it doesn't have that feel. It's just weird when you're not in front of the board.
I can't see you. I can't make you uncomfortable.
Right.
The clock is ticking. No trembling hand, you know.
And somehow when you're playing classical chess online and you have to sit in front of the computer for 35 minutes waiting for your opponent to make a move,
Right.
it's just like time's not passing.
Right.
And somehow when you're in front of the board, 35-minute thing by your opponent passes in a snap.
It can easily go. Yeah.
Easily. So it's just not conducive, and I think a lot of grandmasters don't like it, and some of them just flat out refuse.
Exactly. I'm not interested at all in the classical chess, but online. But then it's the funny part, the opposite happens when we are at an over-the-board tournament. We just had the Rapid and Blitz, which I really, really enjoyed. But I'm even more looking forward to the Sinquefield Cup, which is a classical time control, where the players really sit down and they carefully craft their plans.
I have to say that I'm a huge fan of rapid chess specifically. I think it's this wonderful mix of fast, but also something that can be explained to the public. We have time to go through the games and explain their combinations and their thought process, and they still have the time to calculate brilliancies.
Right.
But there is no substitute for classical chess.
Right.
It just has this magic where you see these brilliant preparations, where you see that every move needs to be precise. And of course, the level of chess is so high now that yes, we do see a significant amount of draws. Yes, we do see a lot of games peter out, but that magic of this brilliant classical chess, it really can't be explained and it cannot be replicated in any other format.
Right. For me, I just have to say that I like the Grand Chess Tour a lot. This hybrid format, this combination of Blitz and Rapid in a contained tournament, then the classical. The only thing to my mind that is missing about the Grand Chess Tour, we need more events.
We do need more events.
That's it.
But they are coming. We do have more and more events planned in the Grand Chess Tour, and we've had so many join. Now we have traditionally the Paris tournament. I think that was such a great addition to the tour, and we're gonna have so many coming up. But I have to agree with you. The hybrid, I love it. You have the best players in the world, not just in classical, not just in Rapid and Blitz. You have to prove that you're good at every format to be able to win the Grand Chess Tour, and I think that's what's made every tour winner so far stand out.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Yasser.
Absolutely.
Let's play
Come
a game.
on, dude, let's go. We're in the park.
Let's
Time
go.
to make a hustle.
Oof, I know this one.
Yeah,
I know
baby.
this one.
No, don't do it.
Oh, surprising me there. Hackasito.
Oh man, I hate those Hakasitos.